What's up, Transformers fans? Mondo here, back with another Moonbase 84 transmission. And today, I'm checking out the Transformers Star Raider Walmart exclusive Deluxe class Filch. But before we check out Filch, if you could hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and all that jazz, I'd really appreciate it, and thank you to everyone for their support. So Filch here was on my list of I think I did top 5 list of Transformers from last year that I missed out on. And no, I didn't. I still didn't get her. This is the one my son picked up that I mentioned in the video. So he was able to pick her up and add her to his collection. And he let me borrow it so I could give it a review and see what I thought and to see what you guys think. So here we have Filch in robot mode, and right off the bat, I really love all the different shades of purple used on her. I will say, make a note that she's in the Star Raiders line, but I think she's supposed to be how she was in RID 2015, and there are some inaccuracies there, but still, I think it's pretty cool that we got a figure of Filch because I love crows, and now we have a crow transformer, a new crow transformer in Filch. So we'll take a closer look at her. She does have that RID 2015 head sculpt vibe going on. It's not accurate, I don't believe, to what her head actually was in the show. I think she had like a beak or a long pointy thing, if I remember correctly. If I think of it, I'll put an image up on screen. But the face itself is very RID 2015 / Transformers Prime. And again, you have the different shades of purples all throughout her. And she is a retool of Airazor. Again, that head. Let's see if I can get that. And then there's some hits of gray throughout too, on her waist and things like that, and underneath her bird head, and then her arms and hands. Just a really cool color scheme. And of course, some nice sculpted detail. Now, as for the feet, my son didn't pass along the instructions, so I have the feet like that, the bird feet. But part of me, my brain wants to swivel these around to give like robot feet, but I'm not sure if those are just supposed to be heels. I know she stands a little bit better when you have the feet like that, but I like either way. And then of course there's the bird feet. We'll take a closer look at that in robot mode, or crow mode. And there she is in the back, all nice and tidied up, and you see some more aesthetics. Of course, the wings and her tail feathers. Now I had her crouched down on the disc, spinning around, because she articulates really well. She can look up pretty far. I wish she had some head tilt, because that would have brought out so much personality with her. She does look side to side, down a tad bit. Arms go out to here. You get a bicep, 90-degree elbow. You get wrist. Is it a tight wrist, or do we not get wrist? Let's see. No wrist. Huh, interesting. Maybe that one's just stuck. No, I don't believe there's a wrist. Oh no, because the hinge is right there for transformation. No wrist. You get a waist, but her legs go everywhere. Full split. Kick really far up, really far back. Nice knee bend way past 90. And you get her ankles on a ball, so foot goes all over the place. So yeah, articulates, as I said, really cool. And for this type of character, to have that posability is awesome. So yeah, really nice robot mode. So I'm gonna just go ahead and transform her up off camera, and we will check out her crow mode. I almost forgot, before that we have to check out her accessories. And it's funny because, as I said, he didn't give me the instructions, and I said, does she come with any accessories? And he said, yeah. And what they actually are parts of her wings. And they pop off like so. If I can get it off. Like so. Closer look at that wing detail. And you can plug them into her hands, I guess. And then it is on a hinge, so you can flip it up like that. And then, or you can plug them onto her forearm. And you give her like kind of like those fan weapons, I guess. I really do wish she did come with some better accessories. These are okay, but they're kind of poor weapons in my opinion. Okay, now to Crow mode. So here we have Filch in Crow mode, and that sounded weird, Crow mode. Anyway, right off the bat, as I mentioned a little bit ago, that she is a retool, repaint of Kingdom Air Razor. And the one thing you will notice if you have that Kingdom Air Razor, as I do, but I wish I could bring her out to compare, but she's buried right now. Where Air Razor was going for a more as realistic a bird mode as possible, Filch is purposely going more mechanical, especially in the wings and this like backpack piece. But she does retain some of the feather work, like on the tail and things like that. I cannot remember. I gotta give up my nerd card. She reminds me of the purple Falcon, the evil Falcon and He-Man, now that I'm looking at her. And I wish I could remember the name. I can't believe I don't remember the name. But anyway, that's the vibe she's giving me. But once again, as we're looking at the wings, you see the different shades of purple, which is really cool, really awesome in my opinion. And then you have the cool bird head sculpt with the nice yellow eyes that makes the different shades of purple really pop. So that's awesome. And then underneath, kind of messy, but what are you going to do? You're trying to take a transformer, a robot, and turn it into a bird. It's not going to be perfect. She does have, just like her robot mode, she has quite a bit of articulation. Her wings can flap and go all over. There's different hinges and things. And then because that is plugged in for her weapon, you can move that up and down. Her head actually goes side to side. Her little mouth closes on her beak. And then you have her legs and feet, and again, those ball joints. So that goes all over. So yeah, really cool. It's always good when we get a beast mode transformer that has some decent articulation, because I know it's kind of hard to get articulation into the beast mode. That's usually what they sacrifice for the robot mode, it just seems like. But we'll just take another quick look around at her. So yeah, really cool. I think she looks awesome in her Crow mode. And I like how they did the head, the different tiers, sections. It's really cool. So really, really happy with how she looks in Crow mode. Now that I've actually had a chance to mess around with the Star Raider Filch, what do I think of her? I think she's really cool looking, highly posable figure, similar to the Air Razor figure. I do like her design, her paint deco. I like the more mechanical look, to switch it up from the trying to do a realistic Falcon like with the Air Razor. I think it's pretty cool. The colors I've mentioned several times, the different shades of purple are really cool. She poses really well, as I said. The one drawback to me, in a way, are the wing accessories for weapons. As you can see here, you can get some cool looking poses with her using those wings as kind of like weapons. But like if she holds them in her hand, they look silly. But due to her posability, you can make her look really cool with those weapons. But I kind of wish she just had more traditional weapons in a way. I'm on the fence, up and down. They look terrible in some instances, like I said, if she holds them in her hands, but here they look pretty cool. But thankfully she can pose really well to make them look really cool. So maybe I would have preferred traditional weapons. As far as now that I've played with her, if I'm going to actually pick her up for my own collection, I would say definitely yes, with a stipulation. I'm not going to pay a high aftermarket price to pick her up. I mean, I really do like her. As I said, crows. I love crows. One of my favorite birds. They're all over where I live. They're very smart, whatever. This isn't a lesson on crows. I just like crows. I love the purple color scheme. and she's a really cool character, but I'm not going to pay an outrageous aftermarket price. If I can find her for maybe a little bit higher, or lucky enough to stumble upon her at my Walmart, which by now I don't think I will. My area is just loaded with Ferrex. That's the only Star Raider I've seen. But anyway, if I was lucky enough, I would definitely pick her up at retail, and I'd pay a tiny bit higher aftermarket price. I would not go paying like $50 or more, which is what I've seen her go for a lot of times on eBay when I checked it out. But I'm hoping I can get her at a decent price to add her to my collection. With that, comment to let me know what you think about the Star Raider Filch, and as always, thanks for docking.